Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Phil with Mastercrafted. We get a first tonight. I decided to do my first battle report on here. It's going to be nice, quick, and easy. I took some pictures. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about my list and the decisions that I made. We're going to talk about my opponent Matt and his Emperor's Children, um, and we're going to go through it all. So I'll just give you a real run through of my list. I have one Blade Champ with Superior Creation. That is our blue bladed Blade Champ. You can see him out there. His beautifully painted. And then another Blade Champ. Both are attached to Custodian Warden squads, 4-mans. I have two Witch Seekers, a 2-man of Virtus Praetors with a Shield Captain, a full squad of Custodian Guard, 5-man with Curia Draxus, two squads of Witch Seekers, and two Calidus Grab Tanks. It is 2,000 points on the nose, and we are going into Mercurial Host Emperors Children. This is a interesting matchup that I think, based on my experience and talking to other players and stuff like that, definitely favors Custodes strongly. We were playing Mission B, which is Purge the Foe. And then overall, I was able to go second in this as well. So a pretty big deal overall for Custodes. A pretty big deal for us just in general. Yeah, it's not a good matchup for Emperor's Children. It is very, very tough. Right off the bat, I'm thinking I'm not necessarily super scared of anything besides probably the Flawless Blades, because they have anti-everything 3-up, which means they're going to put me on a lot of saves. The Demon Princes are relatively scary because those are flat damage 3, and the Noise Marines do have a lot of shots. I just can't allow them to shoot and then charge into me with something else. So for those that don't know, the Emperor's Children rule is it allows them to advance and charge, but one unit into one target. So you can't advance and charge 3 units into the same target. They have to be different ones. So that does benefit me slightly because I have so few units. But yeah, it's interesting. Interesting for sure. Custodes overall are really good in Alliance. My opponent, Matt, overall, he has 2 units of Tormentors, which are the Infiltrate sticky units. Up here at the top, he's got a Rhino with a Lord Cacophonous with a full squad of Noise Marines, a 3-man of Flawless Blades, a Demon Prince with the Demon Shock, a 6-man Flawless Blades, a 2-man of Chaos Spawn, 2 units of Infractors, both with characters in there, inside a Rhino, and then a Lucius the Eternal. He's the green guy down here at the bottom, accompanied by another Demon Prince, a Walking Demon Prince, which is a fight on death on a 2-up Demon Prince. So, and the nice part is they give each other low now because he's an infantry model, the Demon Prince. So they give each other low now, which is kind of nice. That makes it rather annoying for trying to kill them, but we found a way to do it. No spoilers, but we did find a way. Yeah, right off the bat, I like the mission. I'm going second. It sets me up exactly how I want to be set up. So I feel very, very comfortable going into this matchup, knowing what it is that I need to do. So, turn 1, you can see that Matt has infiltrated out. I'm just staged behind, happy to sit behind terrain. He doesn't have a lot of long-range shooting, but I do need to be cognizant of staging properly and actually going out and hitting objectives. Because the Noise Marines will still, they'll still hurt. They'll still be scary. So right off the bat, you can see that the Chaos Spawn are no longer there because Matt came out for Cleanse. He sent the Chaos Spawn out there. They did the action. And then his squad of Tormentors, after they redeployed, cleansed on the other objectives. So he was to get max cleanse, but with everything tucked in, he wasn't able to kill anything. On my turn, I came out because I got Secure No Man's Land and Assassinate. So I was able to put both Caladiuses here and draw a line down the middle into the Chaos Spawn that were inside this terrain because this middle wall is a 2-inch wall. So we were able to pick up the Chaos Spawn. I was able to get Secure No Man's Land for the max because the Witch Seekers ran up here in advance and got on this objective. So we were able to get that, but no Assassinate. And believe it or not, and I would normally not recommend anyone to do this, I kept Assassinate because as you can see down here on the bottom, he has Demon Prince and Lucius ready to go. I know both squads of Noise Marines have characters. I also know that the other middle Demon Prince can definitely come out. So there's plenty of characters, and if he were to come out, I do want to punish him for it. So we kept Assassinate, believe it or not, going into Matt's bottom of 2. So, besides that, nothing really has happened. I'm just prepared. I'm staging up behind walls. I am ready for Matt to come out. Well, that is what he does. You can see in this top first picture here, this Rhino with Noise Marines. They shoot out because they can advance, auto advance 6. They can get out. They can shoot, which is pretty nice. And they go after my Wardens, knocking him down to 3. He deep strikes another squad of Noise Marines and picks up the Witch Seekers that were on the objective. He couldn't get into the Custodian Guard because they were behind this terrain profile, which was nice. So he picks up the Witch Seekers. He shoots into the Wardens, killing 2 of them. So weakening them slightly, but putting out a whole bunch of units for me to go after. And I definitely do that in return. So Matt's 2 were behind enemy lines and secure no man's land. He gets a mini secure for the 1 sticky objective, but he was not able to get to, based on the fact that he did not want to push out and give me too many units, which I understood. On my turn, I did, like I said, kept Assassinate, and I got behind enemy lines. So definitely was not able to score behind. Matt did a great job of screening me out. I was not able to get there. It was just not what this army is good at, nor was I prepared to do it. I was expecting to take that as I will take the CP for it perfectly fine. So we were able to get Assassinate, mainly because he brought out all of those units. Lord Cacophonuses and the Noise Marine units. So we're able to pick up those, do a whole bunch of shooting. You'll see that the Rhino that's up top is now gone. The Noise Marines that are over there is gone. The only thing left is the 5-man Tormentors. And on the bottom, same thing. Noise Marines are gone. Lord Cacophonus is gone. We do kill a bunch of units. We do get kill more on the second turn, which is great. And we're already starting off really, really well in this game in terms of taking control. Now I have pushed a few things out. That Caladius I'm rather aggressive with, and I'm usually pretty aggressive with those tanks because they have to be able to do actions. Because I have so few units, I need to be able to do things. So it came out to draw a line to the Noise Marines, and I'm glad I did because they needed to die. So start of Matt's turn 3. This was his go turn, which is crazy to say because it's like, well, he just sent out a bunch of Noise Marines, but he can reload rather quickly, and he was able to do so. So the middle Demon Prince, Winged Demon Prince, they fly out so fast. So, yep, he flies out. The Flawless Blades come out. You can see that they're now gone. The Demon Prince and Lucius push onto my objective and go after the Custodian Guard squad down at my natural, which is rather annoying. And he was able to do a few things that were rather important because on this turn he got area denial and established focus. So he was able to kill everything that was in the center, as this picture shows at the start of my turn after I moved. But he was able to pick up everything in the center, including the Witch Seekers, including my Caladius Grab Tank, and my Wardens that were already out there were too far away. So he was able to pick up all of those. You will see, you can't see him underneath that wing, but the Blade Champ is still alive on 3 wounds remaining. And he proves to be a thorn in Matt's side for the rest of the game, still causing problems. Because he is incredibly tough. And perfectly fine on his own, especially when it comes to finishing a game. So he was able to get area denial for Max. He did get kill 1. Unfortunately, he did not get kill more. And that definitely impacted what he was able to do throughout the game. Yeah, made a difference there for Matt as a whole, because there was one substantial thing that happened here. because he charged down below into the Custodian Guard with Lucius, the Demon Prince, down on the bottom. He also charged this middle Demon Prince with a unit of Flawless Blades into the Wardens, into the Witch Seekers, and the Ladies Grab Tank. It meant that he had so many combats that were potentially ongoing that I was going to be able to interrupt somewhere because I had enough CP, and also I was going to fight on death somewhere too. So what ended up happening was he started first with Lucius down on the bottom, the Custodian Guard squad, and I fought on death over there. I think I only got 1 or 2 Custodian Guard to fight, but that was enough to do enough damage to knock Lucius down to, I think he had 3 or 4 wounds left, which was nice. And that meant I interrupted with the Blade Champ and the 2 Wardens that were remaining into the Flawless Blades. Problem is, Blade Champ and 2 Wardens picked up the full squad of Flawless Blades. With the dev wounds from the Blade Champ, because I used his 3 damage profile, and the sustained hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, because at the time when they were fighting, they were 6 inches away from everything. Or this group wasn't, but with the hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, it picked up the full squad with a couple extra dev wounds there at the end to finish them off. So, unfortunately, the Flawless Blades didn't get to fight, which is not good for a unit that's expensive. And unfortunately, the Blade Champ also did live off of an obnoxious, I think, 5 4-ups that he made in a row to save himself. So, he was alive. The Flawless Blades were dead. He did get area denied, but once again was denied substantial point scoring going forward. So on my turn, the last squad of Custodian Wardens come out. The bikes here at the bottom actually run up and they fly over Lucius to do a couple mortal wounds and end up killing him. And then they shoot and charge into the Demon Prince, killing the Demon Prince. The Caladius, you'll see here, it backs up. It kills. It doesn't kill the Demon Prince, unfortunately. He lives on 3 wounds, even with the Blade Champ falling back and charging back in. And the Wardens go into the Infractors, killing them, but they fight. They interrupt, killing 2 Wardens. And the Alaris Captain comes out and punks the Lord Coffinus because he's trying to reduce the amount of units. And after the fight phase, the bikes use their once per game, and they fall back 12 inches behind the walls just to make sure the Infractors can't get into them, and I don't lose them for no reason. Yeah, so here at this moment, I felt pretty in control of the game. I was scoring secondary as well. And yeah, it was pretty good. So this is turn 4. Matt pulls Storm Hostile and Sabotage. He's able to do both of those. So the Rhino tucks into the terrain and scores Sabotage, starts that. And then for Storm Hostile, he's able to get on the center with the Infractors to pick up the 2 Wardens and the Blade Champ. So he's able to get Storm Hostile as well. Now, this is an incredibly tough position, but we have options to do a lot of things. The Demon Prince doesn't kill the Blade Champ again. And the Blade Champ turns around and kills the Demon Prince, which means he's got Tormentors and the Infractors on the middle. He's got a unit of Tormentors in the back, and the Flawless Blades that are over here unfortunately died to the Blade Captain. So here, the game is pretty much over. The Blade Champ comes over, picks up the unit of Tormentors. The Calidus comes out, shoots, charges, tank shocks the Infractors that are in the middle. The bikes hop on that bottom objective, and we are able to score Contain, which was our last objective, as well as Bring It Down, which there was no Bring It Down targets left. So we score max Contain, and then be happy with the fact that we are hold more at the bottom of 5, which is nice. Bottom of 5, I get Cleanse, Extend Battle Lines, and Mark for Death. There's not really a realistic way I can get to the Rhino or the unit of 5 tormentors in the back. So we ditch that, and then we get extend battle lines. So we're able to get back to our home, get on that objective, and extend the battle lines and cleanse for the max. So overall, it was a good game for the Custodes. They were able to pull out the win. And yeah, overall, pretty happy with the detachment. I do think it's the worst matchup possible for Emperor's Children, one of the worst. And it doesn't help that the mission doesn't help them either. And they went first to me, which is not fun at all. Hopefully you learned something. My pictures helped. I appreciate you guys turning in. I appreciate you guys watching. If this is something that you like to see in terms of these quick, succinct battle reports, I can definitely do it again. I think there's a lot of value in it, and I'll get a little more comfortable taking pictures because I don't do that often, and I probably should more, just so I can evaluate my own games a little better. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget, victory isn't given, it's forged.